Well, I'm just going to, assume that I didn't hear your initial comments because I was thinking this conversation will be focused on the issues, and I'll respectfully ask that we don't call people's names, make people names, especially on issues that cannot be substantiated on television. What do you make of the reactions from Garba Shehu and Bayo Ononuga? Some say it's quite overreactive, especially now that the former president is saying that was even what he meant, that he was trying to buttress the point about how Boko Haram has been quite formidable against all odds.
Yeah, in fact, Bayo Onanuga and they stayed on the issue. And I think the issue they addressed was what he meant.
No, they didn't, because they started talking about the possibility of him running in 2027, and there was no place, as we speak today, where that has been confirmed.
Well, in case he's going to run, because when he's getting to election year, and he's coming up and up and up and becoming more prominent. And we are politicians. So when you see a witch cries in the night and a child dies in the morning, it is clear that the witch killed that child. So we politicians, we have that at the back of our mind when we see people making statements. So it's been we've been noticing movement. We've been noticing his movement recently. So I think they did not overreact. I think they stayed on the issue, and it is a suspicion of what we feel that he's trying to do. That and I think Comrade Adam Sali Oshomole also addressed the issue and also advised him that if he's also having that thing in mind, I think he should just rethink. Possibly his enemies are trying to push him to go and commit political suicide.
Let us assume that you are right. By the way, the former president has, gotten a lot of respect across the continent, saying what he did back in 2015 when he lost an election, and he called President Buhari to congratulate him. But what's your honest assessment of Nigeria under both administrations? Have we done better in the fight against terrorism and insurgency since he left office? Would you say that the quality of life of an average Nigerian today is better than when Jonathan was president?
I think we have done better. You see, the whole thing, there was a time I granted a press statement. I made a press statement where I traced the Boko Haram thing to even when President Obasanjo was the president. And I made it very clear that time that when Obasanjo took over, when he took over, he disbanded the strike force. And a soldier is trained to kill. That is the reason why if a soldier is going to leave the army, he will go to a rehab center. He will be there for 6 months. From there, he will be reoriented. And they will now teach him, he will now learn a trade that he's going to survive with when he finally leaves the army. But when President Obasanjo came in, he disbanded the strike force. And the strike force fizzled into the society. That is when you saw the militancy in Niger Delta skyrocketed. And when they ground arms at the Niger Delta, the Boko Haram rose. So you can see how it has been coming. And it is always difficult when you are fighting a war within your country. It's a difficult thing to tackle. So the successive government, the Buhari government, did a lot. And the Asiwaju government is also doing a lot now. And I think they have tackled it to the barest minimum right now. So I am sure they have really, really, really done well. More than when he was president, when President Goodluck Jonathan was
the
president.
Buhari